Hola, good morning. How are you, man? Everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's flip that up, man. How's everybody doing this morning? Welcome to another edition of See You in the Morning. I am, of course, your host, Cletus Cassidy. I'm so excited to be here with you all today. If this is your first time hearing this, you are about to experience something so cold, man. I'm excited that y'all are here. Thank you so much for coming through. You could have done anything, but you're here, so I know you're trying to figure out what it is. It's not a bad idea to get up in the morning and give you all a piece of me. So I'm here and y'all finna get this piece. I'm here, y'all finna get this piece. That's all I got for you. If you are returning, if you returning, this ain't your first time, you come back for whatever reason. Thank y'all so much for coming back. I'm excited that y'all are here. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to be here with me, and I appreciate you for that. So we're gonna start off the way that we always start this show off, man. I try to be polite a little bit and speak to people. The old people say if you didn't sleep with somebody, you should speak to them. I don't know why. That's the only qualification, whether or not I slept with you last night or not. And sometimes there may be some people you slept with that you just feel like ain't no need of me speaking to them. What you gave me last night won't work for speaking to. But that's not how the old people see it. So I agree with the old people, and I speak to people first thing in the morning. The first three people, of course, get a little special award. So winning the bronze medal today is Eartha Garrett. Good morning, Eartha. Winning the silver is Betty Burnett, BB. And that gold today is Crystal Tasty Pinnell. Also, here is North Carolina's finest Courtney Weston. Jamie Wolf is in the building. Candace Cox. Davita. Crystal Sex Appeal is here. Joyce Brown is in the building. Kim Cat Thomas Jones. Monica, not my cousin Holloman. T. Mitchell's in the building. We're Wilberta keeps us on our best behavior. I'm gonna tell y'all think this show be off the rails. It's not. As long as Will Burter's here, everything goes straight. Fernita's in the building. Marche's all trouble all the time. Shannon's in the building. Christina Crystal Waters is in the building. Lisa Bazemore Bishop in the building. So good morning, everybody. Glad to see all of y'all here. JD Martin, don't call me Martin Luther the King, is in the building. So we're all here. Trying to think what is the main thing. Today's Tuesday, as far as I know. People have been Tuesdaying it up out here in these streets. So I just want to go ahead and quickly. Yesterday was a graduation day for my daughter. My daughter graduated from high school, and apparently, what happens now is it's not like when we went to school. When we were in school, we graduated from high school. There was a whole summer where you were still just a stupid kid. You didn't know what to do, and then you decided whether you wanted to go to college or go to the military or go work at the shipyard or sell drugs. You had options. You were just like I'm putting these drugs into my community, or I'm gonna go and put Big Macs in the community. There was a time frame. Apparently nowadays, kids graduate from high school and immediately become college students because my daughter is partying all weekend. That's all she's doing. She's been partying since yesterday. She had her graduation yesterday, and immediately following that, she partied. And then after that again, she went to another party, and all week she's partying. So I don't know what's happening with my child. But yesterday was graduation, and I want to talk about it really quickly because I learned a lot. That's her right there, in her graduation. Now, here's the thing: a lot of people. I want to explain something to black people. My daughter goes to a private school. That's what this is the hat from her school. It's called Norfolk Academy. It's very vanilla. It's a very vanilla school. It is it lacks melanin. There's 125 students who graduated yesterday. Maybe 5 or 6 of them are of the barbecue persuasion. It's very mayonnaise. Not a lot of barbecue sauce there, but they're there. So they don't get caps and gowns. Now, I know a lot of y'all are going to be confused. I know a lot of people of barbecue persuasion feel like a child doesn't graduate unless they wear a cap and gown. Their school does not do cap and gown. The girls wear a white dress, and the boys wear tuxedos. So you're not gonna see caps and gowns. And people were devastated because black people. It's hard to convince black people that a child graduated if they don't see a cap and gown picture. It's just what we're used to. So there's that. So you can see that's her in the midst of all. And if you can find her in this picture, I know it's difficult to pick her out in this picture to figure out which one is her. But yeah, she's in there. So as you can see, she's in a white gown, and the boys are in the tuxedos. White jackets, black pants is what they wear for that. So they do that. And then bam, her and her daddy. School colors are orange and blue. So I was like, let me step out here and show these. Let me flex on them. You know, it's what I decided to do. I didn't have to, but I did. I didn't have to go and flex on them like I did, but they caught all of it, you know? And so it helped me to learn a lot of things. It helped me learn I learned a lot yesterday. I learned a lot at graduation. And I'm gonna tell you some of the things that I learned. I learned yesterday that barbecue people, we can't be on time. Barbecue people refuse to be on time. But barbecue folk, the graduation started at 9 o'clock, and I knew that it was a mayonnaise. I knew that it was a mayonnaise graduation. So I tried to tell my barbecue people that we was gonna start on time. Mayonnaise graduations start on time. There's no delay in a mayonnaise graduation. That thing's happening immediately, if not sooner. Whatever the time that they say it's gonna start is when it's gonna start. The designated start time was 9 a.m. I tried to tell all the barbecue people that we were starting at 8, but I guess they were using the internet and found out that it's starting at 9. And I even tried to tell them, I tried to use all kinds of excuses to get my barbecue people there on time. I tried to tell them that there was going no parking. And then people, usually black people, if you tell them you ain't gonna be able to find a parking space, they'll get there early. Now, it also can go the other way. Black people just won't show up if they can't find a parking space. So I was in a predicament. It was a pickle. But I told them, if y'all don't show up early, y'all ain't gonna have no parking space. It didn't work. I tried to give them all kinds of reasons. I tried to tell them it was gonna start on time. That thing started at 9 o'clock. It was outdoors in the football stadium at 8:59. The faculty was on the track marching in. There was no games being played. No games. So what ended up happening was the seats all filled up. There was a section of late people that stood out there. It was a section of late people. There was a pocket of lateness, and it was all barbecue people. Not a single mayonnaise person was down there late. All of us right there late together. I was on time, but there was a barbecue section. It was crazy. It was like just one pack of barbecue sauce they put to the side. And put that to the side. It's crazy. I didn't understand why my people did it. Same thing I realized is that my mayonnaise people don't dress up. That's not something they do. Mayonnaise people ain't for the dressing up. It don't matter what the occasion is. The most they gonna do is a pair of khakis and a blazer. That's the most you're getting out of them. If you get a full suit out of and there's always an exception to every rule, but for the most part, you're gonna get this pair of khakis, you're gonna get this blazer. You may or may not get me to dress up all the way. For them, as long as up top is okay, the bottom don't matter. They'll put on a pair of shorts, dress shirt, and a blazer, and some boat shoes in a heartbeat. That to them, they are the peak of their dressiness. Not one, listen, I watch them people come in there, not one pair of Stacey Adams amongst any of my mayonnaise brethren. My mayonnaise brethren, not one pair of shiny shoes, no dress. All their shoes was comfortable, and none of them were new. None of them. Boat shoes, Toms, All of those. Now the ladies did a little bit. The ladies sundressed it up. There was a lot of sundresses because it was outside. And I realized that the sundress is different with them than it is with us. The sundress was on and I didn't feel a thing. I didn't feel any kind of way. I saw them, oh, that's nice. It's appropriate. When we wear sundresses, you get a different reaction. Crotchally, the crotchal region reacts differently. It's something that my barbecue ladies have. They pack in the yams. It's yams and hams back there. Yams and hams. There's a difference. Some of y'all get to wear a sundress and you got yams and hams. So the yams and hams make all the difference in a sundress. If you got a sundress on, you got yams and hams, completely different. They didn't have no yams and hams. Was nothing back there but beef jerky, some Slim Jims. So your crotchal region don't react the same way to a pack of Slim Jims as it do to the yams and hams. If you're gonna wear them, put the yams and hams in there. It was completely different reaction. So here's the other thing that I realized. Being that I was one of the few barbecues at the show, at the the few barbecue people at the graduation, I realized mayonnaise people don't know boundaries. Many times I felt like calling Olivia Benson and the Special Victims Unit yesterday because they don't know boundaries. They don't know how to not touch. I was accosted and molested more times yesterday than I've ever been in my life. I now know what strippers feel like. I was rubbed and tugged more times yesterday. They just, oh my God. Oh, this is so beautiful. Oh no, I love your jacket. Ooh, this is nice. So many times. I was rubbed so much. I felt like a genie lamp yesterday. And so but what I do love is when they compliment you, their compliments are pure tea fact. I can't tell you the number of mayonnaise men and women who walked up to me and firmly told me, "Sir, you are the best dressed man here today." And I didn't even know there was a contest. I didn't even know there was a competition. They would just come up to me and tell me boldly, "You, sir, best dressed man here today. I love what you're doing. Oh my God, that jacket." I heard it so many times. I had no idea what was going to happen. They loved me. I went down in history as the best dressed man ever to come to one of their graduations. They were just all on me. Oh my God. Oh my. And I was like, you can get it in stores. It's available to all. And I didn't get a whoa big fella. Now here's the thing. Not from my mayonnaise people. Mayonnaise people don't generally. So let's just talk that out. Let's just talk that out. I'm glad you asked, Shannon. Mayonnaise people don't generally go to size. Mayonnaise people respect your self-esteem and your size. They don't hit you with that. They don't hit you with that. Black people are the only ones that's gonna call you by your size. Okay, big man. I see you there, big fella. All right, big guy. And I don't think it's fair because I don't call out adjectives of people when I see them. I don't judge people by adjectives. I ain't never been up to nobody. Okay, they're lazy eye. Okay, they're bad dental work. I don't do that to people. And it's not fair that people do it to me. Hey, yo, big man. So I look around and act like I don't know who they talking to. I don't do that to people. Hey, Krusty Heels, let me holler at you real quick. Hey, yo, lumpy breasts. It's just us. We the only ones that got to go to the most embarrassing bodily feature of a person, and that's how we recognize them. That's how we decide we want that person to live forever. Hey, you know James? You talking about Big Head James? Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, I know him. James can't help the size of his head, but that's what we gonna know him as forever. When we talk about him in the streets, that's what we do. You know Judy. You talking about Big Booty Judy? Yeah. Oh yeah, I know her. You know Jermaine. You talking about which Jermaine? Which Jermaine you talking about? Which Jermaine you talking about? Stank breath Jermaine or Peter Bed Jermaine? Talking about stank breath. Oh yeah, I know him. And see, here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you one thing. You have got to do anything but pee that bed. You pee that bed, you ever pee that bed, you ever pee yourself, you ain't never getting through that. You ain't never getting through that. Never. You had one accident. You'll never live that down. People act like they understand, but they not gonna do it. You ever been somewhere, you was in line and y'all was at somewhere they ain't had no bathrooms, and you was trying your very best to get to the bathroom, man, and you just ended up peeing on yourself. You was 4.5, and you peed on yourself, you don't never live that down. Pee never goes anywhere. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Pee can't leave. Peeing on yourself or never. Never. It don't matter what the circumstance was. Man, we was at a party, man. They started shooting. And man, it scared me to die. I'm standing right next to the gunman. And he started shooting. Blah. I don't know how he missed me, dog. I was so scared I peed on myself. Okay, there, little pissy Tom. Okay, little pissy Peter. You like you don't understand. I almost died. Uh-huh. But you peed on yourself. So it would have been better for me to die. I would have had still my respect and my dignity. If you die in a shootout, you still got your respect and dignity. If you pee on yourself, you done for life. For life. You done. You can't never pee on yourself. Never. Peeing on yourself, but that's it. That's the end. That's the end. You are no longer a man. That you are branded. That's what I learned. I also learned yesterday, and this may be hard for a lot of y'all because I have a pretty barbecue sauce audience. This may be hard for y'all to understand, and I'm going to say this with all due respect. I also learned yesterday that it is possible to behave at a graduation. I said it. I came out and I said it. It is possible to behave at a graduation. It is possible to not yell, scream, do backflips, yell out embarrassing nicknames. Okay, Ty. It's possible. It's possible. They behaved so beautifully yesterday. They behaved so politely. Even when their child's name was called, it was a light ruckus. We now have Peter John Tingleman. Yes, Peter! That was it. That's all you got. It was quick. It was easy. You heard the next person. Now, Thomas James Edison. Tom! Bam. That's all we had. It is possible to be. I'm going to tell you something. This was the first graduation I enjoyed. I'm talking about I enjoyed it. It was classy from beginning to the end. There were very little listen, the children were able to go across. Ain't nobody do the worm, backflip, do all of that kind of stuff. You had one girl, the last girl called, move with a little pep. She had a little, it's me, it's me, it's me, it's me. Moved across. Everybody came in. They inspected their diplomas. They knew they were graduating. They got across that stage. They did it. Ain't nobody embarrassed their child. The biggest thing we got was a hallelujah. There was a hallelujah yelled out, and I'm gonna tell you why. It's a private school, not to put the financials out there for the school, but the school is for a high school is about $26,000 a year. One family had triplets going. They had triplets. 3 children graduated yesterday. And they yelled out hallelujah. And I agreed. I wanted to touch and agree for them. It was the Savage triplets. I called one of them. I called them, and this is why my daughter's friends, she say likes me more than they like her. Whenever I see the Savage triplets, it's 3 of them. I be like, one of y'all is classy, one of y'all is bougie, and one of y'all is ratchet. That's when I call them. Hey, classy. Hey, bougie. Hey, ratchet. That's just what I do, because it's triplets. When they graduated, their daddy yelled out hallelujah, and I felt that hallelujah for him, because now I ain't even gonna lie to you. That's $60,000, $70,000 a year that you can just trick up now. You almost got a whole new job. You now got a free $60,000, $70,000, and I know some of you got to get them money for going to college. You ain't got to get them $60,000, $70,000 a year. They done earn scholarships. Them kids is on their way. That's $60,000 a year. You saving. But you ain't got to spend no more. I believe the Lord deserves a praise. I would have thought I won't do it. I felt it for him. When he hit that hallelujah, I was like, ha! Come on now. The Savage triplets do sound like a music group, but that's them, the Savages. One of them is one of my daughter's very best friends. She's one of the Savage girls. Savages. But they knew how to behave. Listen, people, it was no balloons inside, no tambourines, no. And listen, I personally hate tambourines. I hate all tambourines, and I despise tambourine players. And I know y'all gonna say that's really harsh, but I hate the tambourine, and I hate the tambourine player. Unless you are a tambourine player that's in the choir, then I'm okay with it. But if you just sitting in your row, this is completely different. Let's talk about it Tuesday. If you just a tambourine player sitting in your row at church, you get on my last nerve. Ain't nobody asked you to bring your own instrument and play it whenever you want to. They done had choir rehearsals. It's a band at this church. Either you get up and you go join the band, or you go to choir rehearsal, or you sit down and you shut up like everybody else. Nobody tell you to bring your own instrument. I don't bring my own whistle when I come in there. How you feel if I'm gonna bring? And that's why I keep a triangle in my pocket, just so if I go to a church and somebody got a random tambourine player, I start playing a triangle. You gonna get this ding ding. I'm telling you now, if I come to your church and you got a tambourine player, you getting this ding ding. Huh? That's what you're getting. Bing, 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 bing. Huh? That's what you're getting. You had somebody that's sitting in the audience playing the tambourine. Ding ding is out. I'm gonna pull my ding ding out. Watch me. I'm gonna come right to you, telling you now. It's in my pocket when I go to church. Y'all may not see it, but I got it. Y'all do that, I'm pulling out my ding ding. No, LaWanda, no, I'm not letting them play nothing. I'm not letting them play nothing. They're getting this ding ding, and I'm giving it to them hard. Ding 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 ding. I'm doing it every time. Ain't nobody asked you to play, Sister Margaret. Ain't nobody gave you permission. You ain't got no permission from nobody to be playing your own solo. You just over there. No, cuz. And she on the other side of the church, I might walk over and challenge her. I might walk over there and challenge her. I might walk over there. Ding, 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 right in her face. If she go, hey, the louder she go, the louder I'm gonna go. She gonna be, yes, sir. You gonna get this ding ding. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. Ain't got time. I'm not. That's not what's gonna happen. Yeah, I'm pulling my ding ding out. I'm playing it hard. Sometimes you just gotta give them the ding ding. Okay, and they ask for it. With your name on it. I'm just saying, Aries. I'm just telling y'all that angered me. That was a whole separate subject. But man, we got in there into the arena. Nobody had balloons. Nobody had none of those things, man. It was well attended. It was classy. It was beautiful. They came in. They gave us water on our way in case you were thirsty, quench your thirst. They had plenty of programs. Everybody got a program. Then afterwards, they had a second program that was in color. They had plenty of color programs. It was just well done. Now, I'm gonna have to go and have to be like, everything on gravy. What was weird to me was after the graduation. You heard him, Eartha. Give him the ding ding. After the graduation, there's a tradition at this high school. Now y'all just gonna have to bear with me. This is when I said I won't ready. This was too much. The only moment that became too much for me was after graduation. We on campus at the school, still celebrating the release of a new generation of leaders. When suddenly, to my nose's chagrin, I smelled the aroma of Cuban cigars. And I said, these parents couldn't even wait to get home. These parents couldn't even wait to get home to smoke. Wasn't the parents. Apparently, a tradition at this school, in my daughter's school, I'm going to go ahead and give y'all these facts about my daughter's school, is the 8th oldest school in the country, the oldest school in the state of Virginia. You heard what I said, the 8th oldest school in the country, in all of America. The oldest school in Virginia was founded in 1728. I'm going to tell you a lot. I'm going to tell y'all this. It was a long time before there was any barbecue sauce on that chicken. And it was founded in 1728. It was a long time before there was any barbecue sauce on that chicken. I'm gonna just let y'all know that right now. I know what we have fought. There was not. That chicken was not always barbecued. That was a mayonnaise only institution for quite a few years. They do a good job of just acting like those years didn't exist. They're gonna act like those years didn't happen. They'll tell you we were founded in 1728, then they'll stop. Right there, they'll be like, and that's it. Founded in 1728. And then they'll be like, in those years, I mean, we don't talk about those years. They start talking about the barbecue student. When they start letting barbecue students in, they were like, we'll talk about those. Let's talk about those swinging 80s. You know, let's pick up right in the 80s. Let's talk about the history of the 80s. Let's do that. Let's talk about the current. And I knew there was a lot going on. But when they gave those students cigars as a celebration of graduation, those students lit up. Not my child. My child was like, no, I still live with my parents, so I'm gonna go ahead and say no. I'm gonna go ahead and say no to the cigar. Those kids lit it up. I didn't know where I was for a minute. I was like, well, I kids had started to smoke cigars. I went around and poured Hennessy for all of them. I'm like, y'all want some Henny? Now, if I would have gave those kids Henny, they would have put me in jail for getting them kids Henny. But you gave all them kids cigars, boys and girls. They lit up them cigars. They were taking pictures. Come on, families like, all you guys get in with your cigars. The black male daddy and me was like, what we doing? Now, I didn't see any. Like I said, with 125 graduates, 6 of a barbecue nature, there was only 119 cigars out there. They didn't have none of those. They didn't have any of those. Then they had a little. Yep, you're right, Candace. I forgot about that part. Then they had a little mini reception. Again, you're not getting this at public schools. You're not getting this at the black school. They had a little mini reception right after the thing. Just something to tell y'all thanks for coming out. The head of the refectory, because they don't call it a cafeteria, they call it a refectory. The head of the refectory is a young man named Chef Mike, and he's a barbecue persuasion, fantastic guy. I told Chef Mike I would send my daughter back an extra year just for his soup selections alone. He usually has a soup of the day. That's what they get at school. They get a soup of the day. They get a soup of the day. They got all kinds of options for lunch every day. A vegan option, a vegetarian option. There's all kinds of stuff. They had guava juice. Guava juice. That's what they gave out. Tan said they all look like they played lacrosse, and most of them did. They gave them out guava juice. This is what they had over there. Guava juice. Just a little reception, a little thank you, a little something light. Thank y'all for coming out. They had guava juice, delicious chocolate chip, fresh baked chocolate chip cookies, and goldfish, because the school colors is orange. So they throw orange goldfish in there. So you was able to get yourself some guava juice, because that's orange, some goldfish, because that's orange. Color coordinated the food choices. It was well done. It was all done in excellence. I enjoyed every part of it. But as cigars, though, we got to let that tradition go. We can't start them off with cancer. We can't just send them out into the world. And I know cigar smokers be like, you don't even inhale it. Which makes cigars even dumber to me. And I know some of y'all may enjoy a good cigar. Cigars are stupid. You're not even inhaling the cigar. You're not getting high on the cigar. All you're doing is, no. All y'all doing is putting some fat and round in your mouth and sucking on it. Not for me. No, sir. Fat and round and brown? No, not for me. I'm not gonna hate on y'all, but I can't stand cigars. And they stink. Okay, what y'all say, they don't smell good. Cigars stink. And cigar smoke don't get off you for years. Anytime I go somewhere and people smoking cigars, I can't get that smell off me for years. It takes years to get cigars. You got to immediately come home and burn everything that you had on. Everything that you was wearing, you got to come home, you got to burn it immediately, bleach it. It stays in your skin. It's just a lot. There's just a lot happening. No cigars for me. They stank, and they just, no, it's not working for me. Now, I give them the ding ding, but I ain't taking a cigar. That's just me. Y'all can get this ding ding all day. Yeah. But the cigar, no. It's just a brown, long object. Fat, brown, long object. Fat, brown, stiff object that you put on your mouth and suck. Nah, I'm good. I don't even eat bananas. So you know I ain't finna put no cigar in my mouth. Can't do it. The ladies, it looks natural when y'all do it, but still takes a little bit away from me. And I know the ladies like the cigars as well. And I know a lot of people like the cigars, but I don't understand it. It ain't a culture for me. I just ain't finna do it. That's it for today's show, man. It's just a recap of graduation, which I was just so very proud of my daughter, man. And if you just tuning in, I'll show her again because, hey, she's my daughter. I'm allowed to do so. I'm pretty proud of her as a student. She's going to the University of North Carolina, Greensboro. So I'm really happy for her. I can show this picture one more time. That's if you can find her in the picture. But that was her graduation right there. Bam, I'm on it. So proud of her. She did a fantastic job. She overcame her questionable parenting and still was able to graduate. And as you can see in the back, y'all see in the back, dressed to a T back there, blazer. He's got on khaki pants, even if you can't see it, because that's what they wear. But they all got flowers, and then she did her own nails. So the nailage is all by her. She did those, smile, braids, She just looked great. Just looked great. Um, so that was fantastic. Bam, and then it was her and her daddy. I was sharp out there. You can't even get over how sharp I was out there. That was like, and every girl's crazy about a well-dressed man. I was sharp out that thing. Sharp, cut to death. I was out there. I was sharper than a mosquito's Peter. I ain't even gonna lie to you. So that was great. I love her for all of that she does. How tall is my daughter? She's 6 foot tall. So that's her. So that was her. Good job. So now she gets to go on and be grown, you know. And so congratulations to her. To be honest, I wasn't happy with her dress. And we could just take a moment to be honest. As a dad, there's a lot of things that dads want. Dads never really want their daughters to ever develop. And that happens. It happens out there, but you don't like it at all. You don't like it at all. My daughter's dress, it fit too well. You know, it had a lot of going on. You realize I realized she had started getting stuff from her mom, and I didn't appreciate it at all. I'll give y'all just a clear example. I didn't like it. Yeah, I know she looked wonderful. She was very classy. Her dress was beautiful. All the things that y'all are saying are true. But as a father, I'm not happy by the fact that she's becoming gifted. I don't like it. I caught a picture of my daughter on the walkout. I caught a picture that she walked out with 54% of the black population was right there. That's about 50% of the blacks that graduated. I caught her out there. Didn't appreciate it. Didn't appreciate the fact that my daughter is no. I need her something loose and flowy at all times. Loose and flowy is what I need from my daughter. I don't thank you. I need the moo look. I don't want her dress out there fitting. I don't want my daughter with hams and yams. That's where we draw the line, Joyce. That's where we draw the line. When I looked up and I saw that, and I was like, hey, Nala, who that back there with you? Who following you? And then I realized that was all her. And I was like, not my daughter. Not my baby. My baby don't need hams and yams. And I'm sending her off into college. And there's gonna be people in college looking for hams and yams. I don't need it. I can't take it. I can't take it. I really want her to go to virtual college. I want her to just go to college online. If I can get her to do that, if I convince her to just do nothing but online college, I want her to not go to anybody's class ever. If I can get that to happen, I'll be very happy. I'll be a happy man. But I don't think that's what she's gonna do. I really feel like she's gonna actually walk into a classroom, and I'm not gonna be happy about it. I can feel the disappointment. And just in case, I'm gonna give y'all one last picture, just because I know a lot of y'all be like, Cletus be out there, he be exaggerating. And ain't no exaggerations in my world. I be telling the truth. Here's the class picture that they took right before graduation. First of all, the fact that those kids cooperated enough for them to take this picture right before graduation. So y'all can look in there. It's a C. Now you can play Where's Waldo and try to find my daughter in there. But there we go. There's one. We can go ahead and count all of them. There's one black. That is the former president of Hampton University's granddaughter, Harvey. That's two. We had two. There's three. That's the young man that she walked out with. That's three. So we had three of a Negro persuasion. There's Jordan. That's four. There's five right there. I think, and where's Noah? And there's six. So there's six total. A good looking lot. Good looking lot of children. Well done. They look nice. Some people didn't get white. Some of them, I mean, they told on themselves. Some of them got off white, and it's okay. I mean, they made these decisions early in life. My daughter's dress was white. She was still pure. So, yeah. So that's what we got. That's what we got. Graduated. So I'm very proud of her. Everything. Of course, I know all of their names. And I'm okay with it. The least is like, wait till they bring home Timmy. I'm okay with it. She went to the prom. If you didn't see her prom picture, if you didn't see her prom picture, she went to the prom. She went light skinned to the prom. She went ultra light for the prom picture. And I'm already, but she does find the Nubian male attractive, but she just, around a lot of the others. There's nothing you can do about that. If you around them, that's what you're around. She ends up being around them people all the time. She can't help that. That's not on her. She does what she can do. She looks great. The selection from high school. So I think that's why she's just gonna wait till college before she gets serious about dating. But I'm trying to find one of her prom pictures so y'all can see. I'm not concerned about her. I already know what's gonna happen. I'll show y'all at the prom real quick just so y'all can know. Um her prom date. I got a picture of him as well. And now this is what concerns me is that her and the prom date are going to the same school. That's the prom date right there. Nice young fella. Nice young man. Music major. He's gonna major in music. He plays the piano eloquently. He can read music. That's how I knew he wasn't a black kid. He could play piano, but he can play it. He can read music. Black people don't know how to read music. We play everything by ear. We can just hear it and play it. He knows how to do it musically. So I was proud of him as well. He's going also to University of North Carolina, Greensboro. So she didn't get to go to the prom with a Nubian male, but it worked out. It worked out. Yeah, UNC Greensboro predominantly male, but Lisa, what I learned from UNCG is really a Chick-fil-A sauce kind of school. Lots of mayo, but they mix in the barbecue well and some other flavors and spices, and it all comes together. It all comes together. So yeah. Yep, Noah graduated with her. That's my guy. Noah is my guy. Matter of fact, T, let me see if I can find last picture. I mean, I'm just being a proud dad today. So y'all get over yourselves. If you don't like it, just log off. She actually took pictures with Noah as well. Let's see. There's Noah right there. That was one of the blacks. So she took pictures. This kid is a pure genius. This kid Noah, man, this kid Noah is a pure genius. I'm talking about pure genius. That kid, that is probably one of the smart, and my daughter's one of the smartest kids I know. But between the two of them two, man, I'm always the dumbest one in the room. When them two together, I'm always the dumbest one in the room. Noah should be applauded because he is amazing. He is going to Caltech in California. He's going to Caltech in California. Caltech, and I don't want to lie on him. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to the California Institute of Technology. Just some quick questions. They accept, let me go back, about 14%. Oh, I'm sorry. The acceptance rate at the California Institute of Technology is 4%. They accept 4% of the people. 4% of the people that actually apply for that school get accepted. 4%. 4%. They don't let nobody in. And they let no one in. They don't let nobody in that school. 4% of the people. 4%. And they let her in there. It's crazy. That boy is a super genius. That boy there, he the kind of kid that teaches himself calculus. Man, I love it. That Noah is great. Noah is, and he should be applauded as a black kid in America. Listen, And I know everybody got all excited about that black kid who set the Guinness Book of World Records for being accepted into the most numbers of schools. That was just stupid. And I might sound like a hater. I'm proud for that young man, but I guarantee y'all right now, if Noah were to have taken the time to apply to 4,000 schools, he'd have got accepted to 4,000 schools. He only applied to the ones he wanted to go to. His final three were Caltech, MIT, and Harvard. Those are the only schools he applied to. Got accepted to all three. He didn't have to apply to 4,578. Nala did the same thing. To me, it don't make sense. This is just me being an old man, I guess. Why are you applying to all of them schools? First of all them schools usually have an application fee. Why is you spending all that money to apply to schools you don't even want to go to? A lot of those schools you don't even want to go to, and you applying to them. Why waste your time? Apply to the schools that you want to go to. That's all you need. Go to the ones you want to go to. Why are you applying? Why am I applying to Johnson and Wales and I know I don't want to cook? Just so we can say, oh, you got accepted to all these schools. It was dumb. And people are all hyping it up. And then why? It's like when people be like, such and such has over, and they do it all the time in public schools, and people get all, ooh, they get ooey and awy. They be like, he got accepted in the 47 schools and amassed $5 million worth of scholarships. But he can only use one. It's not like they give you the scholarships. They don't give us scholarships. If you get offered a scholarship, Dollar got accepted a free ride to Virginia State. It ain't like Virginia State like, well, here's the money. And if you want to come, you can. No, you don't get that money. It's just there. You can only go to one school. So even if you get $4,655,000 worth of scholarships, you can't use but 20,000. That's all that matters. You only getting it to one school. And I know we get all excited. My baby got accepted to 836 schools. They're going to one. Going to one. Here's what I like. I like when a kid applies to one school, gets into their one school, and goes for free. That's impressive. That kid says, all I want to do, one of Nyla's friends, and this was the difference. This is how I knew. I'm getting off the show. This is how I know the difference in culture. One of Nyla's schools, from the time she was in high school, she only wanted to go to Virginia Tech. That was it. She didn't want to go nowhere else. Virginia Tech. Know where she applied? Virginia Tech. You know where she's going to school? Virginia Tech. Her parents bought her a house up there. I told my daughter, calm down. You need to change some of your friends. Don't think everything that happens for your friends can happen to you. I mean, you blessed in the city and in the field. When you come and when you go. But I'm not buying you a home. So she had one school she was going to, got in her school, she was there. That's what matters. Sometimes we get excited about the wrong thing. We get excited about stuff that we ain't got no business being excited about. It's just different. It's just different. So like I say it again. I say it last time. I'm getting ready to get off because I'm gonna sound like an old grumpy man. I already pulled my ding ding out and told y'all how I felt about that. But I also felt like at the prom, y'all need to calm down. It was a complete difference at the prom than this. So y'all see Nyla's leaning on a classic car in this picture, right? That wasn't hers. I ain't rent that. That car was already there. They found somebody's house, somebody rich, and they went to that man's house, and the whole school met at that man's house. The whole school met there. And they all took pictures on that car and did what they wanted to do. I got her address. They all met up. They went, bam. We be doing the most. People out here renting goats. Where do you rent a baby goat from? I've seen people like, my child is the goat. Your child's not the goat. I see this report card. Your child's report card is what goats eat, trash. But you done out there and renting him a goat. They out there renting goats, and they people living in the projects and renting luxury cars and Maseratis, and the kid ain't even got no driver's license. You done got that kid a Maserati and all kinds of Ferraris and all that stuff to drive, and now you in debt for the rest of the year over the prom. And it's even worse when it's the junior prom. They got to do it again next year. What you gonna rent them next year? A spaceship? What you gonna bring a baby elephant into the hood? Our priorities be off. Our priorities be off. I want us to do better. I talked yesterday. I said, and I was telling somebody, and I'm really gonna leave. Yesterday, people kept asking me how was I gonna be about graduation? Was I gonna be upset? Was I gonna cry? And I said, no, I expected the graduation. This was what the goal was for her to graduate. The goal was for her to get here and go to college and be better than renting kids a slingshot. The goal was for her to be better, to continue on, to progress. That's what my goal was in life. This is not a surprise to me. It wasn't a surprise. Her graduating was not a surprise. It was not something I had to thank the Lord immensely for, because I hate when people say that. It was such a struggle, so hard. We didn't think we was gonna make it. Stop calling your son stupid in public and just let people know, hey, we here. This was the goal. This is what we were supposed to do. When we can have the foresight for our kids to be like, the prom is not going to be the biggest thing ever to happen in their life. Graduation is not going to be the biggest thing to happen in their life. We have an expectancy that they're going to do great. Like, these are all part of it. Doesn't mean that we don't celebrate their successes. It just means we celebrate it knowing that there is bigger and better to come. We know these things are going to happen. I said yesterday finally helped me to understand when people have funerals and they say we don't grieve as those who have no hope. We don't celebrate as those who have no expectations. If we do this thing right, we know this is just one step. If we do this thing right, we know that this is just one step. When we instill in kids that this is all you're gonna ever have, that this is the pinnacle for you. This is it. And I'm not saying don't let kids have fun, don't let kids enjoy their prom, don't do any of that kind of stuff. No, they are supposed to have a good time. They supposed to enjoy themselves. They supposed to be kids and enjoy kid things. But don't make it seem like ain't nothing else gonna happen for them in life. Because when you put that on them in life, that'll happen. We need to start teaching our kids. These things are just stepping stones. We really are releasing you into the future to be great for a long time. Because when we hype these kids up like that, when we do this kind of stuff, that's how we meet people. I know so many people in Portsmouth who peaked in high school. They have zero accomplishments since high school. We won that state championship in 1990. Wait a minute, sir. 47,000 years ago. That's your last accomplishment. Your last great accomplishment was you won the state championship in 1990. That's the last. I don't get it. And there's people that still live off of that, jank. We were state champions. Okay. I appreciate that. Man, that's a fantastic feeling. And so, like, when Dominion Power send a bill to your house, then you be like, no, state champion, cuz. And they be like, oh, our bad. Should have never sent that. I'm just asking, because if that's the case, then yes, everybody should be a state champion. But we need to teach our kids that high school is not the pinnacle of their life, that they have so much more to live to. Move them forward. Push them forward. Let's put the same dedication, the same stuff that we put into buying them the best shoes, buying them the best clothes, renting a slingshot, finding a baby goat to put into a picture. Let's do it. This is the kind of stuff, a lot of stuff that we do, even as adults with our kids. And here's what I always say: ask a kindergartner. Kindergartners are so real and have such a different worldview that they'll look at it. If you go 5 years from now and you show those people, you show a kindergartner, here's a picture of my child from the prom. Just show one that don't know your kid. And they got these goats. That kid ain't gonna do nothing but laugh. That kindergarten gonna like, that's silly. Why do they have a goat? That's all they gonna do. Show a old person a picture of your child with a goat in the picture. They gonna be weak. Why that baby got a farm animal in there? He go to an agricultural school. Is that the school's mascot? No, because my baby's the goat. Your baby's not the goat. I'm gonna tell you that right now. No matter, you may think that may be your goat, but in reality, your baby ain't the greatest of nothing yet. Not in high school. Y'all stop it. Stop it. I just want us to do better. And I believe we can collectively do better. Going to that school, have my daughter go through that experience, and my son about to begin that same private school experience, it's not an indictment on anybody who's going to public schools. I think there's a whole lot of amazing kids who are going to do some amazing things in public and that are going to public schools. Some amazing world changers, entrepreneurs, presidents, doctors, all of those things. But we got to get them focused on that. We got to get them focused on that. We got to let them know that they can do it, that they're going to be great. It's a time for all of that stuff, man. We can do better, and we're going to. I know we are. All right, I'm tired of complaining. I'm getting ready to get out of here. I'm getting ready to tape a TV show today. I know I'm real casual and letting y'all know that, ain't I? It's a television show that comes on here locally called Coast Live. And everybody knows this lady, April Woodard, who's on that show. They're doing comedy segments on there. It's going to air sometime in July or August. So I got to go and record that today. So I'm got to go to hair and makeup. Well, makeup. When they do my facial hair, they're going to kind of puff me out a little bit. And then they're going to put, just something to highlight my cheekbones. So I got to go do that today, man. So am I excited about it? Not really. But I love doing this kind of stuff. Like it's work. I really enjoy doing what I do. So there's that level of excitement. I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I only got 5 minutes to do it. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens on that. I've done national television a few times. So, I've been there. It's nothing new. Nah, thank you. I'm really proud. I'm happy they asked me to do it. They selected quite a few comedians, both regionally, locally, and regionally. So I'm excited to be able to do it. And when it airs on TV, I'll let y'all know. I'll let y'all know that it's airing on TV, so y'all can pretend like y'all gonna watch it. I might get on there and give them a ding ding. You know what, Natasha? And I've never said that. I've never my contempt for the tambourine has never been displayed publicly. I might get up there and give him my ding ding. I might get on there and give him my ding ding right there in public. I don't know what Dietrich Haddon did. Delisa inboxed me what Dietrich Haddon did. He always doing something. People upset with Dietrich Haddon. There's a whole lot of men who've been lusting for Kiera Kiki Sheard. A lot of y'all been lusting for her, and she got a whole husband, and now she pregnant, and people are heartbroken and ready to jump off a bridge. So y'all let that lady go home and get ding ding. He's put his musical instrument into her case, and now they're having a child. So y'all can go ahead and let go of your lust for her. Find somebody else to lust for. Corinne Hawthorne's available, I think. If you just need a gospel, I think church boys can only lust after gospel singers. So y'all can go. Yolanda Adams is out there. I know y'all can't lust for Erica Campbell because Warren ain't playing that. But y'all can find somebody else to lust for. Dolores, what's for breakfast today? I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna eat today. I gotta go and look. I ain't been to the grocery store. That's the thing. You gotta go to the grocery store. You gotta buy groceries. I ain't been to the grocery store, so I don't know. It's been a rough while week. I might just go eat some Cheerios. You might want I'm just go ahead and eat me some Cheerios with some almond milk. Almond. That's a hard almond. Almond. Let me tell you, there are certain words that ladies y'all can ask a man to say that'll tell you whether or not he's gay. Almond is one of them. If you be like, say almond, and he be like, almond. If he gives you too much A in there, he be like, almond. You already know. You gotta catch him just randomly. Just be like, hey, what kind of milk they make out of nuts? You talking about almond milk? If they do that, then you already know. Or just kind of be like, it's a yes or no question, yes or no, and he be like, yes. Like if he adds an A, if he changes that E into an A, or he adds too many S's, Yeah, just check the front of his drawers. All right, I'm out. I'm gone. Y'all have a fantastic day. I've given y'all some clues, some keys. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna pull my ding ding out. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be a great day. It's gonna be a great day. Y'all gonna have a fantastic day on purpose, with purpose. Y'all do it. Y'all have a great day, a fantastic day on purpose, with purpose. All right. And then I'll see y'all again in the morning. I'm finna make an awkward pause so everybody can catch up. All right, y'all caught up now. Last one, and I'm out.